Thank you for joining us on 9 News at noon. I'm Erica Lopez. We start with developing news this noon. Thornton police officers are on leave after shooting and killing 2 people this morning. It was a police chase that ended in Lakewood. Police say a passenger in the suspect's vehicle fired a gun at police. 9 News reporter Janelle Finch has the latest this noon, live from Lakewood. Janelle, what can you tell us right now?
Erica, as you can see behind me, Garrison is open to traffic, which was a different situation just a couple hours ago while local law enforcement was investigating that officer-involved shooting. Here at 2nd and Garrison is where Thornton police say officers shot and killed 2 people after one of them fired at officers first. Thornton PD says the situation began while monitoring a suspicious vehicle near East 84th Avenue and Washington Street just south of Thornton. Police say officers followed the car into Lakewood near Alameda and Sheridan when a passenger in the car fired at police. Law enforcement chased the vehicle 2.5 miles to 2nd and Garrison. That's where police say 2 people got out of the car with at least one armed with a gun. Officers shot and killed both people at the scene. 9 News spoke to a neighbor nearby who says his dog woke him up to the noise around 3 this morning.
Came out the side or front door. I can't remember. I think it came out the front door, and what I saw was probably about 15 police vehicles, and then I could see 2 or 3 more police SUVs coming in at a high rate of speed, and I could see just from my vantage point here on the porch them getting out a stretcher.
We've reached out to Thornton Police for additional information on what exactly happened here today, in addition to how many officers are on leave. The Jefferson County Critical Incident Response Team is taking over the investigation. Live in Lakewood, Janelle Finch, 9 News.
Janelle, you mentioned that scene at Alameda and Sheridan. We knew of Garrison and 2nd all morning, as well as that one. So are you saying there was a connection between the 2 scenes?
Yes, that is correct. And like said, we have reached out to Thornton Police to get more information on how exactly those 2 scenes are connected. All
right, we know it was really busy with all of that. We appreciate you breaking all those details down, Janelle. Thank you. 4 people have been charged following a shooting that took place Sunday around the CU Boulder campus. Police say the weapon in question was an air pistol that shot BBs. Officers responded around 3 in the morning Sunday for reports of a large party at Weber Hall in the Williams Village area on campus. While they were breaking it up, officers received reports of shots fired in the building's parking lot. They were able to identify the vehicle involved and arrested the suspects. Police say none of the suspects are affiliated with the university. Today, protests continue at college campuses across the country. Students are calling for a ceasefire in Gaza and for schools to cut ties financially with Israel. At Columbia, students have barricaded themselves in a campus building. Columbia is threatening student demonstrators with suspension if they do not sign a form promising to follow school policies. Later today, House Speaker Mike Johnson is set to make an announcement regarding anti-Semitism on college campuses. His office says this effort will include a wide-ranging investigation focused on holding college and university administrators accountable if they fail to keep students safe. Here in Denver, students at the Auraria campus are refusing to return to class after they walked out on Monday afternoon. Community College of Denver is canceling in-person classes for the rest of the week because of safety concerns, forcing students to learn online the week before graduation. Campus leaders say it's against policy to set up camp on property. It's why around 40 protesters were arrested on Friday, but so far there has been no word on whether there will be any more. Earlier today, the judge in Donald Trump's hush money case held the former president in criminal contempt for violating a gag order. The judge fined Trump a total of $9,000 for violating it 9 times. He said Trump criticized expected witnesses in posts on social media and on his campaign page. Trump has until Friday to pay that fine. He also has to remove the offending posts off of his social media. The judge so far has warned Trump about further violations and even threatened the former president with jail time. Today, the man accused of setting fires at 2 businesses in Greenwood Village is set to appear in court for a preliminary hearing. Gerald Bailey was accused of setting fires in January at the Sportsbook Bar and Grill and Fuji Hibachi. That's just off of Arapahoe and I-25. An arrest affidavit says he used a rock to break into both businesses. Bailey is facing charges for the break-in and the fires. His hearing is set to start at 1:30 this afternoon. Both of those businesses are still closed. In less than 30 minutes, the State Agricultural Commission is set to convene in an emergency meeting to discuss potential next steps to curb the spread of the avian flu in livestock here in our state. A case was confirmed here in Colorado just last week in the northeastern part. Here's a look at the most recent case tracker. So far, 8 other states have confirmed cases of avian flu found in livestock. Right now, the USDA is starting to test beef at grocery stores in states where dairy cattle tested positive for the bird flu. The FDA says traces of the virus have been found in 1 out of 5 samples of pasteurized milk. Officials are also taking samples of muscle tissue from sick cows pulled from their herd. And another study involves cooking the beef to see how much of the virus is killed at different temperatures. We want to take a live look out over the city here, over I-25 and down into downtown Denver, where we can't even see a cloud in the sky. All blue out there, absolutely gorgeous. We have Chris Bianchi with us this noon from the backyard. The sun is shining. It's a good day here in Colorado. Before more changes, Chris.
The words of Scotty Gange, it's a good day to have a great day, isn't it? This is a top 10 weather day of the year, I would say, for us here in the Denver area. Sunshine, 70 degrees. What else could you ask for? If you don't have outdoor plans for this afternoon and you have some free time, go ahead and make those. The dog walk, the jog, all of that looking spectacular for the rest of today. That cloudless sky and those warm temperatures. So warm and dry for today. Some storms return for tomorrow afternoon, and it's cooler for us coming up on Thursday. Temperatures right now, we're in the low 60s for us in Denver, already getting close to 80 degrees for our friends in southeastern Colorado, and mostly in the 40s and the 50s in the high country. Highs today, low 70s for us, mostly sunny skies. It will be a bit breezy at times, but breezy, not windy. 70s, 80s for those highs on the eastern plains. About 10 degrees, I should say about 5 to 10 degrees above our seasonal average. Our average high for today is 65. So we're in Denver, so we're going to be about 5-6 degrees above our average. Right now, seeing a little bit in the way of some cloud cover across our northern mountains, and that won't lead to much in the way of any sort of activity, at least for today. But tomorrow, we got some of those showers and storms in the picture. Of details on those coming up in my full forecast.
Chris, thank you. Starting tomorrow, the Adams County Sheriff's Office will no longer serve the town of Bennett. The small town lies partially within Adams and Arapahoe counties, with deputies serving areas in their jurisdiction. The Adams County Sheriff's contract expired in March, and since then, deputies have only been responding to emergency calls. Starting at midnight, the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office will fully take over law enforcement services in all of Bennett. Being turned down for a loan or paying a high interest rate due to an error on your credit report, it actually happens more than you think. Checking to make sure your credit report is accurate is easy to do with these steps from Consumer Reports. Here's Steve on your side investigator, Steve Steger.
Back when he was in college, Nestor Vargas got a surprise trying to buy a car.
Went to go apply for a loan, a car loan, and I was denied because they found a unpaid bill, a medical bill.
But Nestor knew he never missed a payment.
I was shocked. I went to the credit report bureaus and I put in a claim knowing that that wasn't accurate.
Credit report errors are the top consumer issue filed to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. And the problem is getting worse, with complaints more than doubling in just 2 years. Common errors include inaccurate personal information, duplicate accounts, closed accounts reported as open, and paid-off debt appearing as unpaid.
A credit report is like an X-ray into a person's finances, and having incorrect information on that report can stop a person from getting credit or a loan, renting an apartment, getting a good rate on your insurance, or even getting a job.
You can get your credit report for free every week from each of the major credit bureaus at annualcreditreport.com. If you do end up finding an error, fix it right away.
You'll want to file a dispute with all 3 credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Include all the evidence you have, like account statements and payment records. Create a paper trail by writing a detailed letter of explanation, and send all of this via certified mail and keep copies for yourself.
Nestor, now a financial planner, reminds you to check your credit report often.
Put it on your phone to remind yourself, just like you go for a checkup to your doctor, you got to check your credit.
According to Consumer Reports, a note to your credit report file can provide context for future lenders, employers, or landlords, potentially improving their perception of your financial situation.